CP the artist back again. All right, look, I'm gonna keep on doing these videos because I gotta keep on making the content. But this video is to help men understand before a woman flakes, the telltale signs of women flaking. Now we're gonna go over this catch-up video with Arlette, Pop the Balloon. They have two guests, Ramon and Alicia. Hopefully I'm saying their name right. They had a date, so this is a catch-up. They had matched on the previous, I think it was episode 18, I believe. So in this video, we're gonna go over how things with gorgeous women like Alicia, you know, how sometimes they flake. And when those telltale signs of how, you know, what you could avoid a flake. And I'm gonna say this as a disclaimer. I've been getting on the women of this show, and a lot of people are getting on these women for their decision making. But I gotta say this: the guys been messing up. Guys have been messing up, and I don't like to take sides. I'm not going to take sides. Women and men, when it comes to dating, are the problem. It takes two, and some of us guys, we just don't get it. So anyway, no further ado, let's get into this video and see what went wrong or went right.
Okay, well, kind of to get into the juicy part that everybody waits to hear about. Since you guys ended up matching, have you gone on a date?
Unfortunately not.
Okay, why not?
Yeah, let's talk about why not.
Okay, you want to take it off?
You can start.
Oh, okay, let's start over
please
here.
start.
Well, we made arrangements on Thursday to have brunch on Sunday, and I believe it was set for like 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
And I believe I reached out to her on Saturday to see if she wanted me to send a driver to her. You know, I felt like that'd be nice. So we had reservations at Global Ambassador at 1 o'clock. So she didn't reply until 12:55 the next day.
Huge red flag, but let's get, there's always two sides to a story.
You know, and she said she was going to be late and that she had just seen the text and she thought she replied and this, that, and the other. But at that point, it was too late in my eyes.
I ain't gonna lie, this happened to me before, plenty of times, and it was always a sign of low interest. But you live and you learn, and you know, you pick up on these things, you know, once you confirm the date, you know, you give her a little bit of time and see what's up, you know what I'm saying? But he made a couple of mistakes in this process, you know, trying to date her, but we're gonna get into that.
Okay, Alicia?
Okay, so yeah, we had chit-chatted throughout the week, and you had asked me, like, are you busy, blah, blah, blah. And of course, yeah, he sent that text. I'm running out the door, and I didn't answer. Like, you know, I didn't, like, leave him hanging, but I didn't. I sent him the audio message, like, hey, I'm going to be, like, 5 minutes late. I'm on my way. And then when I go and check, I'm like, oh, shoot, I didn't text him back. So I'm not going to say I'm ditzy, but I'm like, hey, I'm on my way there, blah, blah, blah. So like he said, at 12:55, I'm on my way to the Global Ambassador. His red receipts are on. He reads it, sees that I'm here. You could hear in the audio message, I'm obviously in my car driving, and he just leaves it on red.
Now, any girl that was really interested in him would have, like, you know, sent him a text, voice note, whatever. I don't have a iPhone, so these are iPhone users, whatever. And, but some sort of form of like, hey, can't wait to see you later. And if a woman doesn't want to do that, she'll say something like, hey, I'll see you later, X, Y, Z, da, 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 da. Maybe at least an hour or two before the date actually happens. I mean, I think a guy should be able to, like, maybe send a text. Like, he did fine by saying, hey, I'm going to send you a driver, XYZ, da 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 da. You know what I mean? And she should have replied in a you know, reasonable amount of time. But obviously she didn't. She says that, you know, it was a quote unquote mistake. But he left her on red. So this is game playing by both of them, I think.
So then, mind you, I'm driving, going. I don't live that far. And then I get there and I'm like, hey, just parked in valet, right? So I'm like driving. I'm not totally on my phone.
Yeah.
I just assumed, like, out of good nature, you know, I got up, I went to work last night, got up, got ready, went, that he was just going to meet me there. Like, we had confirmed the date like 3 times already.
Well, okay. If they confirmed the date 3 times, then he should have just showed up at the restaurant, assuming that she was going to be there. You don't have to confirm all the time, you know, even if, okay, so I take back what I said.
Okay.
I understand that that was my fault that I didn't respond to that text, but at this point we had like 3 confirmations. So I just assumed, maybe that's me, that we were going to show up. And yeah, he left the messages unread, didn't respond. I went, hung out at the restaurant for like 15 minutes and said, I'm going to pack her up.
See, she showed up. She showed up. Maybe he had a fear that she wasn't going to show up, that he was going to leave her, you know, just chilling there. Me, I would have went anyway, because obviously it's a public place, and worst case scenario, I'm going to have me some fun, and spend money on myself. You know, make it a win-win. Could have probably found like a beautiful female there and made a date. But she did, reach out, and he left her on red. So let's see what his side of the story is.
Yeah, so no show.
So
She's
how?
fine.
So
By the way, she is fine. Alicia, if you ever in the Atlanta area, I'll take you out, girl. I wouldn't waste your time. I ain't gonna waste your time. I'm sorry, I'm full of R&B songs.
the reservation was for 1 o'clock. You left 12:55. About what time would you say you got there?
Well, I got there probably like 1:05, 1:10.
Okay.
But I hit him up like, hey, blah, 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 I'm leaving my house right now.
And women are gonna come late. Like, trust me. If you're not picking them up, they're gonna always be late. They're gonna always be late. But here's the thing, though. If you felt that you were going to meet her there instead of picking her up at her house, that shows she doesn't feel that comfortable with you to pick her up at, you know, her crib. So whenever that happens, that should be a red flag too. That means most likely you'll get a church hug at the end of the night.
Now, that's when the message was sent at 12:55.
Okay. So was there confirmation prior to?
Not all the time, but there's signs, like, you know, maybe, you know, I know this is a different time where people are, you know, they got to be cautious. So you can't force your way to picking her up at her house, whatever. But if she feel comfortable doing that, you know, or, you know, then it shows that she has high interest in you, and she feels safe, because women want to feel safe if you pick her up from her house.
You know, this date.
I mean, yeah,
She said you guys had
but like I said, I text on Saturday, you know.
So from
asking her about
Saturday.
it wasn't any.
Okay.
So it was like, nah, if you can't communicate, it's kind of pointless.
Okay, got it. And so you said you did receive the message and you thought you texted him.
Kind of pointless.
Wait.
At 12:55.
Okay.
I gotta rewind this back. Let me hear this again.
Okay. So was there
So the date was on Sunday, and he texted her
confirmation prior to, you know, this date?
I mean, yeah,
She said you guys had
but like I said, I text on Saturday, you know.
So from
asking her
Saturday.
about it wasn't any.
Okay.
So it was like, nah, if you can't communicate, it's kind of pointless.
Okay.
I need to know what time on Saturday did he text her. I mean, if they already confirmed, if this is his 3rd confirmation, he did way too much. Because after the first confirmation, you should be good, or you end up changing her mind.
Got it. And so you said you did receive the message and you thought you texted him back, but it just didn't go through, or?
I'm just on the way out the door, didn't press send, like rushing.
No, on
late
Saturday when he like sent another.
Yeah, I forgot to respond and had the whole text typed and then sent him an audio message like, hey Siri, send so-and-so a message.
Okay.
And then I open it because I'm like, oh, he didn't respond. It's like 1:05, I'm on the way. And then I look and then I like, okay, I didn't send it. The whole message is typed out, but then everything's getting red. So he's sitting there like watching me say, and I understand what he's saying, like, okay, you didn't confirm, I'm not gonna go. That makes sense. Like, I'll give that to you. But I thought it was just silly to leave me on red. You could have just texted me back and been like, oh, girl, I'm not coming. Like, you didn't confirm.
I'm confused. I don't have an iPhone. Like I said, I have Android, so I like to read the message. They actually, we have that capability now, but seems like he lost his patience
I thought it could that
because he sends a text on Saturday. They're supposed to meet on Sunday afternoon. What time did he send the text? Like if he sent it Saturday night and she's busy, maybe she got plans, whatever. She's a single girl, whatever.
that could have just been the respectable thing.
Okay.
Because I thought that was weird that you didn't respond, but you're telling people that I ghosted you in Phoenix. But you didn't respond to the last text, so that's kind of weird.
I mean, you responded a whole day later. So do you really call that responding?
It was less than 24 hours. This is your thing. I think you're very picky about times. That was one of the things. You've been very particular and picky about time few instances that we had.
Okay.
Just like we had known each other 72 hours. And then remember that phone call we had?
Which one? Go ahead and let everybody else know.
Yeah, we only had one phone call.
Okay.
What
That was
happened?
one. I could grab the call.
But it was a few times that I called.
That is inaccurate. You gaslit me on the phone about that.
It
and
was
you're-
a few times that I
I'll
called.
go get the
and-
phone. I got the
mean,
screenshots. You
and I
called
got the
me.
text messages.
Yeah, we have all the information. So
All
do you want
of
to hash it out?
I mean, if we have to.
I just thought it was weird. Okay, so let's run it back so we could clarify for the audience and for you as well.
Yeah, please.
There had been a phone call, right? Roughly 72 hours. So from the very jump, it was hard to confirm the date of the date from the beginning because you
I
kept
agree.
saying, I'll let you know tomorrow. Then
I
tomorrow
did.
came, and then you let me know tomorrow.
But then once Thursday came, I told you I had reservations and it was set.
Absolutely.
Man, let me think here. So they talked for they only knew each other for 72 hours. On Thursday, he made the reservations. Ooh, I don't know, man. It's like you're holding her time hostage. You should have just did that on the spot. You should have just made the plans and like how you said, like if you told her tomorrow, yeah, you're gonna make plans, then make the plans. Maybe he was overthinking, because a lot of us guys, we overthink where to take them, so forth and so on, you know. And it seems like he did a whole lot of overthinking. He wasn't sure of himself, and that was probably a turn off. But, you know, she still showed up.
Sunday, 1 o'clock, Global Ambassador.
Okay, but that's not the phone call I'm talking about. I'm
But
talking
Thursday,
about
it was set, though. You're talking about from when we did the show originally all the way up until Thursday. We went back and forth, kind of trying to figure out
did go back and
about
forth
the
on
date
the
or whatever. But Thursday came, and it was set, 1 o'clock. I told you I had the reservation.
That's not what I'm talking about. We went back and forth and why I think you're picky.
Okay,
I
let's hear about the
We just
call.
don't get along. I think that's what it really comes down to. But the call was that you had called me roughly, I believe, on Monday, and I didn't answer. You called me around 10 o'clock on Monday. We'd known
10
each other.
p.m.?
Yes,
Okay.
10 p.m. We'd known each other.
You called her 10 p.m. on a Monday, dog? Are you serious? You do not call a woman that you just met at 10 p.m. on a Monday? Between 7 and 9, 9 being the latest. You do not pick up, what was that? There was a skit by Curb Your Enthusiasm that you do not call anybody past 10 o'clock or 10:30. Some people it will be 9:30. It's like you just don't call them. But Monday, nah, man, that's the witching hour.
Roughly 72 hours. Then we talked the next day. And on the phone, you had told me, well, since you didn't answer my phone call, I didn't know if we were going on the date or not. Like, you're acting like you're my dad or something. Like,
I don't recall that.
Of course you don't.
But I do.
Now, this is getting me a little confused. So I guess the show taped on a Saturday or a Sunday. He gives her a phone call on a Monday. She doesn't answer. The next day, she calls her. She calls him. So it's this Tuesday, okay? So they make their real conversation on that Tuesday, and from how this is sounding, it don't sound right. There's no rapport going on. There's no you know, getting to know each other, because men, you gotta build up a woman's emotions before you take them out on a date. You can't just like, yo, what you doing Saturday? Let's go on a date. Yeah, there's some women that will go on a date with you because, you know, it's free food. But you should be getting to know the girl. And calling her in at 10 o'clock, she's gonna be like, yo, like, I might be in bed, or she might be going out, who knows, you know what I'm saying? She fine. God dang, she fine. How you gonna get to know her?
I do recall a phone call about, 10 o'clock, but you told me you was free in the evening, so that's why I called that late.
But I didn't say like I just thought it was so picky the way that you were on my phone telling me. I felt like it was entitled, to be honest with you, for you to call my phone and talk about when I'm not answering and when I'm answering, and I'd known you for 3 days. I just thought that was rude.
But you still set the date.
Yes, because that was the objective of the show.
But we should have not went on the date if you felt that way.
God,
why schedule the date?
On this fine Sunday, thank God that we didn't go on the date. Because
Ooh, well, this was his fault. You gotta let women cook. So see a fine one like her, she got options, I'm telling you. Girl that fine, you gotta let them cook. And you gotta make sure that when you stick the fork in them, you know what I'm saying? There's no blood coming out, you know what I mean? That she's ready to go. This you have to formulate. You gotta cook them. You gotta make sure the juices are ready. It's like a turkey, like the Sunday turkey, Thanksgiving Day turkey. You gotta cook that thing for 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? Can't make it too dry. You know what I mean? But you gotta be cooked all the way through. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that he didn't let her cook. Where she got romantically involved with him. You gotta attack the mind. And then everything is smooth sailing. Like obviously something went wrong. He was just focused on going on a date with her. He should have postponed it until they got to know each other a little bit more.
Because I just feel like this was the energy on the phone.
I saved my money.
So you felt like he was coming at your throat?
The same way that it's like...
It can't always be about the money, guys. If you're worried about the money, then don't go out on the dates. Or have a budget. This is what I'm saying. Have a budget. Like my budget was $100, maybe $50 to tell the truth. If she liked me, it didn't matter. If she liked me, she'll, you know what I mean? What, $50, $100? So, well, as long as she liked me. If she likes you, you don't gotta spend money. So, all right, let's keep on, man. It should be nothing to you. You don't have to worry about spending money. It's not a thing. Cause, fellas, don't take women out on expensive dates that you know what I'm saying, you can't afford. Just don't do it. Stick within your budget. Have a budget.
Like this energy, it was very back and forth and very petty on the phone. And he's getting snipped.
Oh man, that's nah, bro. Like, and you still try to go out on a date with her? What was you thinking? I'm not knocking him. You know, maybe it could have been her too. But if the vibe ain't right, how are you going on a date like with her? Like, yeah,
Be on the phone, and I'm like, okay, so are we gonna go on the date? That was my response. Is okay, so are we gonna do it? Are we gonna do it? And I do feel like, yes, you're a little snippy. And I didn't appreciate it. But the objective of the show was to go on the date. And it just made me feel a little opportunistic of your objectives, because prior to that, if you want to talk about everything, prior to that, you had sat here and asked me to model for your company. I thought that was rude.
You said you was a content creator.
I didn't say I was a model, and then I was going to come model.
But if I'm trying to put money in your pocket, what's wrong with that?
You didn't mention...
Bro, you gaslighting, man. Number one, you don't mix business with pleasure. Trust me, I've dated multiple muses that I paint. And it all went wrong. Like, well, I should say all went wrong. I had some... Anyway, my point is like, you should never brought up business. You should have, like, wooed her, romanced her. Women love romance. What the hell are you doing, my brother? Come on, we bald-headed and bearded. Come on, and tatted too. Come on, man.
I
mention a
wasn't
thing
trying
about-
to do anything for free, sweetheart.
But you
you
didn't
said
mention
you was a content creator. Like, I'm confused. If
So
that's
when
what
was
you
this
are,
asked? When did you ask?
Damn, bro, that's a low blow, bro. Like, she wants you to get to know her. I mean, y'all gonna judge her. She got cleavage out, tattoos out. You're gonna, like, whatever. I could hear the noise. CP, you're simping for the girl and so forth and so on. She is fine. This is about game. This isn't about men versus women. It's not about simping. This is not whatever. This is about game and getting it right, man. I dated women like her in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you gotta know the tricks.
Damn near at the
Maybe
beginning.
Sunday.
At the beginning.
Right
But
away.
She
So
said she was a
And this is my problem. Like I get hate all the time from dudes, right? That don't get no women. You know what I'm saying? What's that line by Drake? Anyway, I'm simping for women. Well, I'm just trying to tell y'all what y'all doing wrong, bro. Look how bad she is.
content creator.
Bro, you fumbled, bro. You fumbled. I wouldn't have fumbled.
We filmed Saturday, and then you asked her Sunday if she wanted to model for your
Sunday,
business.
Monday, it was pretty early.
Okay.
Yeah, to me, it just really gives like you're opportunistic. Like, that's what it gives. I just feel like 3 strikes you're out. For you, it was just a couple weird interactions. Yeah, you asked me to model. You didn't mention anything about money for you to say
I did tell you that over the phone. That I had no
later.
problem
But
paying you.
upon, may I finish speaking?
Why are you making it transactional? Like, now you're making it transactional. Like, if this is the woman that you're trying to date, now you're putting her in a business mindset, not you're trying to, whatever. Like, she's, in her head is probably like, yo, what is this dude doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me, I dated my muses. I know how it is, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've been in that place where it's like, okay, do I use them for this business or do I date them? And it's like, okay, now I gotta pay them. Oh, but I can't. But now it's like the dating thing. It's so awkward. You can't. Well, that's about the past life of me, man. But now it's like, you know what? It's just only one line. I'll just date him. I'll just date him. And if later on, if things, I'm looking at right now a girl that I dated. You know what I'm saying? This painting I got right in front of me. It was terrible. Let's continue.
Go ahead. Since you wanted to like overtalk me, is that okay with you? I'm just waiting for my turn to talk.
All right, go ahead, and then we'll let you go right after.
I didn't ever say that I was a model, and then what did I say when you asked me if I wanted to model? I was like, oh, do you want to do a content exchange? Like, you detail my car and I make a video about it. You're sending me screenshots talking about this is what I want, and you did not mention anything about payment upon the initial interaction of asking me to model. So no, I don't work for free, and that's how it came across initially. That's okay for me to say. You didn't mention anything about payment till multiple days later when I was like, hey, that rubbed me the wrong way. And you're like, well, you should have said something. Well, I don't know you, and I don't feel comfortable to sit here and go back and forth with you, knowing you 2 days. That's crazy.
Okay, Ramon, go ahead.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm good. I ain't gonna do the back and forth.
Okay.
Like I said, I offered her an opportunity. I didn't think that, I had to initiate that, yeah, I'm gonna pay you. In my eyes, it was kind of obvious.
thought it was a given.
Yeah, like if you're a content creator.
You should have never even brought it up, bro. Like, find somebody. I know Scottsdale, Arizona got mad chicks. Should just maybe had this conversation and just focus on dating her. She bad, and she would have. If you would have dated her and it went well, you know what I'm saying, on a couple of dates, you would have had your content for free. Stupid, man. Sorry.
Creator who I don't ask anybody to do anything for free for me. Nothing. So, it was a given that I was
Should've
gonna pay
never
you.
brought
The
it up,
amount
bro.
just wasn't
Should've
discussed.
never even
got
brought
it.
it
Okay,
up.
and then so for you were like, she could have just told you right then and there. She felt some type of way about it instead of hanging on to it.
She did tell me. She
Okay.
did tell me that she felt some type of way about me asking her about the content, and I told her, that she said she was a content creator. So that was the only reason I brought it to her attention. But I also apologized when she told me it made her feel uncomfortable as well.
Okay, so did it make you feel uncomfortable because you felt like that's the only reason he matched with you, or what about it was like
Well, to me, it wasn't giving. Like, this is supposed to be a dating show, and then it feels, like I said, opportunistic because you're coming to me for business ventures, and you're talking about, yes, my hobbies and what I like to do for business, but I didn't come on here. This isn't The Apprentice. Like, I didn't come on here to work for you and to be your employee. So, yeah, I thought that was rude that you're asking me to work for you and bring friends to model for you too. And this is before the conversation of payment as well. So to think that that's assumed, I think would be silly. Like, I'm an adult. I don't just assume that I'm going to go somewhere. Like, I like it to be ironed out. But once again, we're not having deep conversations trying to get to know each other. And we had joked on the phone, like, you know, like we were just kind of like, hey, how's it going? What are you doing each other? We were doing that to each other kind of back and forth to death. There was no real like depth of conversation or anything for real.
That's what I'm talking about. No depth of conversation. He probably one of them dry texters, like, oh, yo, what you doing? She replied back. That's another thing. Fellas, ladies, well, fellas, because we lead the engagement. That's another thing, too. We lead. We lead where this is going, okay? If you do like, oh, what are you doing, this and that, da-da-da, pick up the phone like a grown-ass man. Excuse me. And court her. Come on now. I'm 48 years old. I'll be 49 soon, right? This is not about simping. This is about game, y'all. Come on.
Real.
Okay, so you guys never really got to know each other.
Not really, no.
Okay. Ugh. God.
Like I said, it was a
And you setting up a date with her? You don't even know her? She don't even know you? She ain't looking for this but food, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her because, hey, look, a couple of girls have taken me out. I ate good. I get that, but I never liked it, though. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, come on.
a few phone calls that I did do, but you know, she didn't answer our call back or text back.
That's not true. How do we have a whole conversation and plan out the date on the phone if I never answer the phone?
Via text.
No, that's not true.
Come on, bro. Text is a terrible way of conversation, man.
Via text, I told you I made reservations for Sunday at 1 o'clock.
You asked me where I wanted to go. I basically halfway planned the date.
I asked you where you wanted to go, yes.
Because you didn't know, and it was so much back and forth that we couldn't even...
You didn't know? Oh, man, dude. She had to... Let me go back. Let me get this straight. You should always have a plan, bro. Come on.
I told you I made reservations for Sunday at 1 o'clock.
You asked me where I wanted to go. I basically halfway planned the date.
I asked you where you wanted to go, yes.
Because you didn't know.
No, man, it's supposed to ask a woman where she want to go for a date. You just put her in her masculine role. You didn't know what you okay, this is how he messed up. He couldn't talk to her on the phone. He got sassy with her. He brought up business. And he asked her where she would like to go. This has no romance in it. This is why he failed. I would have never, well, back in my younger day, but anyway.
No, and it was so much back and forth that we couldn't even decide a date and a time.
Nah. Younger me was still a G. Nah, I would have never said, oh, where you want to go? Maybe, have I ever? Hey, I don't know. I'm 48 years old. I know I made mess up. I know I've messed up a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, who knows? Maybe I did say that. You know what I'm saying?
Time, and now it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not that you...
But once it was set, what was the problem?
What was the problem? Exactly. I confirmed 3 times. And like I said, maybe I was a little silly to be like, oh, okay, like, we'll just meet there. But yeah, you know what? I didn't text you back in the appropriate amount of time on Saturday. I will look at you right now and say, I apologize. That was my fault. But my objective wasn't to like dog you or play you. But I think that you leaving it on red, you're older than me. So you leaving that text on red, knowing that I went to the restaurant is tacky. And it's like you try to get your lick back. That's how it felt.
He's older. Damn, dog. This is bad.
Like, what was the objective of that? Because if you're a real man, like, you could have been like, girl, I'm not coming. Like, you didn't confirm my text. Like, we could have just had a conversation about it. But you did.
Yeah, he could have done that. Okay, so guys, if you're feeling that she's kind of flaky. Maybe initial conversations don't feel right. Your alarms start going off about, a girl. 2 hours before a date, you say, hey, I'm running late. Tell her you'll be there like, maybe 15 minutes late, something like that. Okay. If she texts you back, well, I think that I gotta be somewhere, she'll end up canceling, right? And then you be like, totally fine, that's cool with me, maybe some other time, and you leave it at that. Corey Wayne has Coach Corey Wayne has a philosophy on that. Before women flake on dates, whatever. Just, say, hey, I'm going to be a little late, you know what I mean? That'll be like your quote, unquote, feel her out. If she's like, all right, cool, you know what I'm saying? I'll be there, then you end up knowing. Or sometimes she'll be like, oh, I'm running late too. Or sometimes she'll send you a text like, oh, I got XYZ going on, I'll be there late. You know what I mean? Sometimes women will do that. And then you know what you do? Soon as you get that, you tell them, well, you know what? It sounds like you got a lot going on. Let's postpone and do it some other time. Because my time is valuable and XYZ, and I see you got a lot going on. And leave it at that. And guess what? Once they feel your masculine edge that you are not hell-bent on being on this date that she's not even interested in, what she do is like, she'll find that kind of attractive. She's like, oh man, he calling me out on my BS, but he's doing it in a gentleman way. And guess what she'll end up happening? And this happened to me plenty of times. She'll reach out to you. And she'll be more attracted to you than she was before. And if she doesn't, so be it. You just move on. It's no loss. It's no L. You just move on.
Did that?
And
You left me on red?
and you could have called instead of texting.
I sent you an audio message like, oh my God, I'm on my way there.
But you could have
What am I
called.
doing?
You could have called though, right?
So
Well, because
when
I
she
just
sent,
assumed you were on your way. I didn't know better.
But why would you assume that?
so when she's sending these voice notes or these messages, whatever she's sending, and you're reading them,
I actually didn't read them right at the very moment that she sent them. I read them within, a nice time
12:55,
frame,
like you
know what I'm
said.
saying?
You
But
read it.
yeah, I didn't read it.
so you read it after the fact of the reservation
I was
time already
watching
passed?
football, yeah. At that point, I'm just like, I'm watching football. I'm not worried about it. She didn't respond in a timely manner.
Okay, so then after the whole ordeal with no one him not showing up to date and you not replying, did you guys ever talk again after that, or that was it?
No, I blocked him on Instagram. I just felt like it was tacky, and I felt like I said, I felt like he was trying to get his lick back, and we couldn't talk about it as adults. And he saw us at the restaurant at this time. I'm talking like, oh, I'm at valet, like I'm here. He's seeing text, and like I said, maybe I'm silly, and I just went like, oh, he's gonna meet me there, just not thinking, you know what I mean? I'm not like maybe using my full capacity of my brain. I'm tired, hurrying up, getting there. But it was the fact that like he just left me on red like that. I'm just like, okay, I see who you are. I have nothing more to say. Blocked. Mwah. See you later.
Okay. And you didn't try to reach out after that either?
Nah,
You were
I
done
was
with it?
blocked, but
On Instagram.
I mean, but you didn't know you were blocked, did you?
yeah,
Oh, you knew because you
Yeah.
tried to reach out.
I did.
Oh,
on
okay.
Instagram, but you have my number.
I was blocked on the phone.
No, you're not. You're blocked on Instagram.
Okay.
He was creeping. He was creeping. And he's game plan. That's if you weren't interested in her and like I would have unfollowed her, because there's no coming back from that. She showed up at the place. You felt that y'all were gonna still be Instagram friends or whatever? Like, nah. Like, it was done after that. You stood her up. She ended up showing up, so you did. You stood her up. And you can't stand up a woman. And you show that you were playing games and you deserve to be blocked. I'm sorry, guys, but yo, these dudes is losers, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, as much as these women are picky and all this other stuff, and they are, but y'all messing up too, man. We got countless of these reaction videos. These dudes are just silly.
I don't know.
I gave you the room to apologize and if you wanted to hash it out. Not even to apologize, because half of it was my responsibility.
Right.
But if you wanted to hash it out, you're not blocked. Your number is not blocked. Your Instagram is blocked, though. I was tired of seeing your corny Instagram. Damn.
That's aggressive.
No, I think that's real. That was one of the things that I didn't like too. We got each other's Instagram. I just don't think we're compatible in a lot of different ways. And I
Yeah,
just think
I'm
like,
seeing that play out.
yeah,
As we're
wait,
I ain't gonna lie, I saw her Instagram and she's smoking. I ain't see his guy, I ain't interested in his, but dang, she's a baddie. She is a baddie.
blatantly obvious, right? It's crazy.
Oh man. Well, I am obviously it's unfortunate that it just didn't work out between the two of you, but on to better things, such as any future projects we could be on the lookout from either one of you.
So currently I am working on certain things in my fitness journey, some career advancements in my fitness journey. I'm gonna keep some things on the hush hush,
All right,
until
it's all out.
100%, yes, but I'm definitely working on a couple different things. And of course, I'm still working on my degree and more content coming back to back to back.
All right. Good luck with school and good luck with all of your content creations, all your business ventures, all that good stuff.
We don't care. Anyway, yeah, but fellas, what did we learn today? Number one, when you make a date, make a date. Never ask her where she wants to go. The phone is for setting dates, but also the phone could be used to set up some anticipation and set up some romance. Get her to know you a little bit better. Do not call her after 8 p.m. Don't call her after 8 p.m. No, actually, after 9 p.m. Don't call her after 9 p.m. Get her to like you, feel that she likes you, and never accept maybe dates, whatever, be aware of the flakes and XYZ, and be a man. That's all I'm gonna say, be a man. And bro, Roman, whatever your name is, dude. You fumbled, man, because this one, she a good-looking woman, man. I'm sorry. But anyway, that's my time. Peace out. Like and subscribe. Peace.